How's it going, guys? It's K Cars, and in this video we're going to be taking my Jeep to get the slip yoke eliminator and the CV drive shaft installed. So if you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I recently, a few months ago, got a 3-inch lift and 31-inch mud tires installed on this Jeep, and it gave me slight driveline vibrations, which is pretty common with these old Jeeps, but it's kind of hit and miss whether you do have those vibrations or not. So in my case, I do have some slight vibrations when I go about 30 miles an hour or anything above that. It only happens whenever I let off the gas when I'm going those highway speeds, but they're really slight and you really can't even hear them on video, or else I would show you guys like what they sound like and what they feel like. But anyways, we do have those vibrations, and hopefully the slip yoke eliminator and the CV drive shaft will help get rid of those vibrations. So the slip yoke eliminator kit that I actually went with was from Rusty's Off-Road, which is actually the same company that I got the lift kit from. They actually don't make the kit, but they sell it. I guess they're like a dealer for it. The actual slip yoke eliminator kit is made by Advanced Adapters. It's for the NP231 transfer case, which of course is what I have. And the custom drive shaft, the CV drive shaft, is made by Tom Woods. So that's what we're getting. We already ordered the parts and we're heading over to the shop right now to actually get it installed. Now I know Rusty's has been having some like shipping delays and shipping issues. I would recommend ordering through a shop that's actually a dealer of Rusty's instead of ordering it yourself. All right guys, so we just got the Jeep back. Here we are. The slip yoke eliminator along with the CV drive shaft are installed. I'm going to show you guys what they look like and how it was installed later on in this video, but for now we're going to do a first drive and see how it goes. All right, so we're getting out onto the open road here, see what happens. Okay, so far not too much different, but it's definitely not vibrating whenever I take my foot off the gas, which is what it usually did before. Other than that, really not much different, which is, you know, it's a good thing because it was driving good before. It just had those vibrations, just slight vibrations whenever I took my foot off the gas. If I do that now, no vibrations at all. And whenever it did have the vibrations, you really couldn't hear them on camera. So I wasn't able to show you guys like what I actually meant by vibrations. But it was just slight vibrations if I was going like, you know, 30 to 50 miles an hour or like highway speeds. If I took my foot off the gas, it kind of just vibrated a little bit. And of course right now it's not doing that. We'll see what happens whenever I get up to like a higher speed, if it does it then, and I'll let you guys know. All right guys, so as you saw from that video, we really didn't have any vibrations whatsoever right now. So I'm pretty happy with how this slip yoke eliminator and CV drive shaft turned out. It's really going to help out with the longevity of the drive shaft and a few different components. So one thing I still do want to talk about is why it took a little bit longer than it was supposed to, because usually a slip yoke eliminator kit and drive shaft is usually like just a few hour job. And the reason that it took a few days is actually because we ordered the wrong size drive shaft. So we actually measured for the drive shaft with the slip yoke still on it, and you're supposed to measure it with the slip yoke eliminator kit already installed. So you need to measure it from yoke to yoke with the fixed yoke already installed. That's how you can get an accurate measurement and know what size drive shaft you would need. So instead of doing that, we actually just kept the shorter drive shaft that we already received from Rusty's, or Tom Woods, I guess. And we actually just got it retubed. So we got that one retubed in order to make it longer and actually fit my Jeep. And right now it fits completely perfect. Here's what I'm going to get under the Jeep and show you guys what it looks like and go over everything. So yeah, I mean, like I said, Advanced Adapters slip yoke eliminator kit for the NP231 and the Tom Woods CV custom drive shaft. And just a quick side note, the way that you would know which transfer case you have is by looking at the shifter right over here. If you only have 4 high, that is the NP231, but if you have the options of 4 high part-time and 4 high full-time, then that means you have the NP232. And you do have to get a specific slip yoke eliminator kit for each one, so that's just something to keep in mind if you are thinking about going this route as well. Now, of course, there is an alternative to getting the slip yoke eliminator kit. You could just do a transfer case drop. You basically just like buy spacers and drop the transfer case down 1 inch, and that would correct the angle of your drive shaft. It's much cheaper than getting a whole slip yoke eliminator with a CV drive shaft, but that's kind of like a band-aid fix. Of course, it's going to be a lot better if you have vibrations because you're going to be correcting that angle. But I guess like the correct way to actually fix it for good and not just use a band-aid is by doing the slip yoke eliminator. Now, of course, it is going to be a lot more expensive to do that, but I would rather just do it the right way the first time instead of just doing a band-aid and then having to, do the slip yoke eliminator down the road. So, my opinion, I think it's just better to do it right the first time, which is what I did. And like I said, we got everything from Rusty's Off-Road. They sell the Advanced Adapter Slip Yoke Eliminator Kit and the Tom Woods CV Drive Shaft. The whole kit was $535. And like I said, it is better to actually go through a shop that is a dealer for Rusty's. I think that way you can actually get your shipment quicker because from what I've heard, Rusty's has been having some shipment issues, shipment delays maybe. So for us, it actually only took about a week to actually get the whole kit. So pretty happy with that, pretty happy with the install. And yeah, let's go ahead and get under the Jeep and show you guys what it looks like. All right, guys, so we're currently underneath the Jeep here. And as you can see, this part right here is the slip yoke eliminator kit. And then this black part right here is the brand new CV drive shaft. So right here is the NP231 transfer case. Now with the slip yoke eliminator kit, you basically just have a brand new tail housing and a brand new output shaft and then a fixed yoke right here. And then right here you can see is the double cardan joint. Then of course you do have the brand new drive shaft that we had to get retubed. And honestly, you can't even tell. You can kind of see some marks right there where they might have cut and welded, but overall I think it's a pretty good job with how they retubed it. So right over here you can see where the actual drive shaft slips. So with the slip yoke eliminator, you're not getting rid of the slippage, you're actually just moving it from the yoke to the drive shaft, as you can see. So this is pretty much the same way that the front works. You guys can see right there is the double cardan joint on the front, and then right there you can see where it slips. So that's basically the same as how the rear is right now. So then back here you can see how it attaches back there. Then of course right here is where it slips, and also right here you got the double cardan joint. So basically with the slip yoke eliminator kit, you're getting a brand new tail housing, which is right over here, and then a brand new output shaft, and of course you got the fixed yoke right here, then the brand new drive shaft. So that's what the whole slip yoke eliminator kit includes. And basically to install it, I think it's easier to just keep the transfer case on the Jeep instead of removing it, because it's just less steps if you do it that way. So just to put it simply, what you do, you have to separate the transfer case. Obviously you're going to have to take off the stock tail housing and the output shaft, and then just install the new parts right there. Now obviously that's a really simplified version of the install, but that's basically how you do it. And you can see the RTV that they used right there and right over there. So obviously you want to make sure that you drain the fluid out of there before you separate the transfer case. So of course you want to make sure that you can take out the fill plug before you drain it, because of course if you drain it and then you figure out that you can't fill it back up, then that's not good. So just a quick tip, you want to take the fill plug out first before draining it. It also makes it drain a little bit easier as well. So that's basically the whole system right here. You can see, I think it looks pretty good with this brand new Tom Woods CV drive shaft. You got new U-joints right there as well. You get a good look. See what that looks like over here. There you can see the slipping point. Then you got the U-joints right there, the double cardan joint, the fixed yoke. Yeah, I think it actually just looks better because my stock drive shaft was actually like pretty rusty already. So getting this brand new drive shaft just made it look better. Of course, nobody's going to be looking underneath here that often, but it's just good to know that it looks good here as well. If you want to compare it to the front drive shaft, you can see it's already pretty rusty, and the rear was even worse than that. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the whole slip yoke eliminator kit. Like I said, we got this from Rusty's Off-Road. They sell the Advanced Adapter Kit plus the Tom Woods CV drive shaft for $535 on their website. I do recommend buying it from a Rusty's dealer because you will most likely get your shipment a little bit quicker than if you were to order it by yourself. And yeah, I mean, that's basically the whole video. Like I said, after we got this installed, I didn't notice any kind of driveline vibrations, which is the whole point of doing this. Even before, the vibrations weren't too severe, they were just very slight. And it was only when I let off the gas, going like highway speeds, maybe like 30 to 40 or anything above that, if I let off the gas, it would vibrate for a few seconds, but that's all. So I went ahead and just did the right thing, I think, and got the whole Yoke Eliminator kit to prevent any problems from happening down the road. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Huge shout out to DJ at Engineered Off-Road for ordering this kit for me, as well as the installation. And he actually didn't even charge me extra for the retubing, so I'm really happy about that, of course. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you guys have any questions or any video suggestions for videos you'd like to see in the future, make sure to drop those down in the comments below. And if you guys like this video or found it entertaining, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. And of course, like I said, you really can't see the drive shaft when you're just looking at it from outside. But if you take a quick peek underneath, it definitely does look a whole lot better. So if you just take a peek right there, you can see there it is, and it definitely looks a lot better like that.